Like, it still baffles me why Nigeria custom is still taxing heavily on importation of goods. I don't understand. You are in an economy that is in total downfall and you are still taxing heavily on importation. Do you want to kill the masses, if I must ask you? Nigeria custom, who is advising you? Your neighboring country open their borders so that you can bring in whatever individuals are capable of bringing. But here you are still leveraging on the little that people have. Those that offer to import goods to bring down the cost of living, you make it so hard. Why are you putting so much heavy duties on importation? Like, I don't understand. We're not a producing nation. We need to depend heavily on importation. And why are you highing the cost of clearing, for crying out loud? Why are you highing it like that? What's the essence of putting 5 million on crying of just Toyota Corolla? Why are you putting such duty on such low-level vehicle that people are using for Uber to earn a living? Why are you making purchasing of vehicles so hard for an average Nigerian? Why do you make all these costs so heavy? I see that as wickedness and is not engineered to help the poor masses. How would you tell me that old vehicles are now selling for 8-10 million? That is crazy and is not impacting positively in the economical situation. That is impacting negatively to the grassroots. How will an average Nigerian youth that want to secure a bus or a little cab for driving on daily basis to earn a living in a country where there is no job, then you are abusing taxing heavily that the person have to go and rob bank before you'll be able to buy an old modern car? I don't know. You claim that you're discouraging old vehicles, right? But here we are. A typical average Nigerian cannot buy a new car. Let me sink that into your hearing. If you don't know that everybody is not buoyant financially, everybody is not rich, if you don't know that you're in Abuja sitting on top of federal money, does not mean that all of us have the capacity to purchase the 2024 model, 2023 model, 2020 model. Nobody has that money. We are good in purchasing year 2000. That is where the economy placed us. We are in third world nation and you should adopt that, agree with that, and do well with that. Other countries are comfortable. Stop this ideology of pricing yourself to be the giant of Africa and you're making life difficult for Nigerians. That doesn't fly in any economy. You need to admit that you have failed and let us re-strategize on how we can build stable economy instead of being pompous and feeling that we are giant, meanwhile we are dwarf of Africa. What are you telling me? You are telling me that the Nigerian coat of arms, the eagle, the horses signifying the dignities and orders. Which dignity are we portraying in this? Can we be frank to ourselves that we are not in any way having any form of dignity because we have lost our pride? Everything, the country is messed up, shedding of blood every day. And you're telling me that you are making life miserable, that cost of importation is raised to a certain percentage. That is very unscrupulous. And that should not be. Why can we continue like this if you said you are the president of the people? If you know that Nigerians are suffering, why are you adding so heavily on the suffering of the masses? If you really care and you think you want to build, there are some thinkers you need to surround yourself. Call the local men, let them come and express their anguish before you so that you understand the gravity of the level of poverty that is slapping these guys on daily basis. You need to call the grassroots earners. You will let them tell you what they are facing at the grassroots level. And you surround yourself with the chief of staff, you surround yourself with the people that have never experienced hardship in their life. And you tell me that you are for the people. Democratic system according to Abraham Lincoln. The government of the people, for the people, and by the people is not portrayed in Nigerian economy. Is not operating in this system. I've never seen this kind of economical situation. I've never seen a situation like this in my lifetime in few years I've spent on earth. And you are not in any way making life better for anybody. You are not helping the system in any way. You are making policies that is against the masses. You're only leveraging on the little we have. We should give it up and die for nothing. That is what you have just portrayed for the people. And I believe Nigerians are better than what you are giving us. We demand for something better. We need better life. We need better, healthier life. Don't give us this kind of pompous lifestyle that you're portraying. We're not interested. If they like in Africa, let us be the least and we're living fine. We don't have challenge. Leave the name of the giant. Let us become dwarf and live fine. That's what we're interested in. Why are you making cost of importation high? Placing cost and a lot of rubbish on top of importation. Leave it for free, please. We don't have the capacity to produce what we want, and we should agree on this. Let us agree and let it sink straight to our brains that we don't have the capacity. Let me tell you, we don't have what it takes in agriculture. We don't have what it takes in medical. We don't have what it takes in production. We don't have what it takes in all ramification. And nobody will come to tell you that by stopping importation, by putting heavy duties on importation, by that is going to impact positively in the economy. President Muhammad Buhari did it, and that is why we are here today. In my next video, I'm going to tell you how the decision of President Buhari is what that have caused the downside, the falling, and the economical crisis that we are facing to date. How we use his power, his wicked mind to make us to be in this down state as a nation. I'm going to tell you that how that decision and how it's supposed to be corrected. When it was left, now we are dancing the same tune. You are bugaing on top of so. No, it doesn't work like that, Mr. President. Please, can we get things right? Heavy duties on importation of vehicles is not engineered for the betterment of the nation. I will tell you for free, it is for the destruction of the collective masses. And if you think you are our president, you're making decisions to help us, then you should think of how you will let it be zero importation. Those that have money, import freely. Let's see how it works. I don't know how you are thinking. I'm not an economist, but what I know is that these bans, these heavy duties, is really not helping anyway. You think you are trapping money for your own team to use, for you people to share among their team? No, that is not helpful. You are not helping the local guys. You are not helping the traders. You are not helping the manufacturers. You are not helping every aspect of this economy. If that's how you think about your own cabinet, that is what you capitalize, how to generate more revenue for your consumption. No, if that's how you think, you shouldn't fly, because that is not the practicable democratic system that we expect to work in Nigeria. And if this is how you want to run this your regime, then you are the pyramid of failure, and the falling is going to be very heavy, and the destruction is going to be very massive, because you are not flying on a better pedestal. You get my point?